San Francisco struggling to recover from the pandemic. Empty office buildings, stores closing, growing safety issues. And now San Francisco Mayor London Breed is blasting tech leaders about their decisions that are affecting downtown.
We have team coverage on the issues with ABC 7 News insider Phil Matier. But let's begin with ABC 7 News reporter Suzanne Fawn live in the newsroom with the mayor's remarks. Suzanne?
Mayor Breed slammed Tesla CEO for moving his company headquarters to Texas, and she called out Salesforce's CEO, saying he needs to do more to get workers to return to the office. Even so, the mayor realizes the answer to helping downtown recover lies beyond big tech. At Cafe Me in downtown San Francisco, lunchtime is slow, and that's taking a toll on owner Chris Tsang.
Compared to pre-pandemic, I think we're only about 40% right now. And it's starting to eat through our savings. We wish that everyone comes back.
In a Bloomberg News article published this week, Mayor London Breed pointed out the painful reality for San Francisco. She said, life as we knew it before the pandemic is not going to go back. According to Mayor Breed, the work from home thing will be here to stay. She also went on to blast Tesla CEO Elon Musk, saying, "You mean the person who got a ton of tax breaks in California and decided to take that money and run?" Musk has moved his company headquarters to Texas. We talked to Karen Breslow, the California bureau chief of Bloomberg News, about her interview with Breed.
She I would say, distinguished between tech leaders who are boosters of the city and invested in the city and those who have been highly critical.
Breed told Breslow she hoped tech workers would be back by now. Salesforce employs the most workers in the city of San Francisco, but CEO Marc Benioff has continued to let employees work remotely. Benioff, a native San Franciscan and big-time philanthropist, talked to our Dan Ashley about the city's recovery during last month's Dreamforce conference.
If you think that the downtown is going to come back and be the way that it was, then you're living in a fantasy world because the past is gone.
Breslow says the mayor is disappointed by Salesforce.
I would say what I got there was disappointment and maybe some frustration.
As for Musk,
compared to her response about Elon Musk and his potential acquisition of Twitter, who's been a really outspoken critic of San Francisco and California, and she was very frustrated that somebody who had received over $3 billion in California tax credits, both direct and indirect, actually up and moved Tesla headquarters to Austin.
All in all, Breslow says the mayor plans on finding ways to attract different type of companies to downtown San Francisco instead of counting just on tech. And the mayor says she sees an opportunity for San Francisco to reinvent, recreate, and reinvest in vacant commercial properties. She also sees a need to attract other types of industry, including biotech and green tech. Live in the newsroom, Suzanne Fawn, ABC 7 News.
Suzanne, thank you. ABC 7 News insider Phil Matier is here. There's a lot to unpack here, but let's start with Mayor Breed and her perspective on Salesforce and whether Marc Benioff is doing enough to invigorate downtown, and whether is it even his job to do that, since maybe profitability of Salesforce should be what his #1 focus is.
Well, that's a question. We always have a debate about civics and capitalism and whether or not it's part of the social fabric that those who make much give back some. And the question in San Francisco is, are they giving back or just going away? So far, they're going away. The workforce occupancy in San Francisco is at about 40%, okay, as what it was pre-pandemic. The vacancy rate for offices is at 25%, but Larry, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot more. Because what happens is people now who are renting or on the hook for 4 floors are actually filling 2, and when that lease comes up, they're going to drop it down to 2. So we're going to see a deeper drop. We're seeing already drops in revenues from, for example, Prop C, which was a tax on big tech and high earners like Marc Benioff. And by the way, Marc Benioff supported it and actually helped fund the initiative. Right. It was supposed to bring in hundreds of millions of dollars for homeless services in the city. It's coming up short. It's dropped $42 million short that they're having to make up. So this is an economic reality. And the question is, we talked about Memorial Day, Labor Day. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. And now for the first time we're hearing, okay, this is the new normal. This is the way it's going to be for some time to come.
One more point on Marc Benioff, because you found out he's actually not voting in California because he's living most of the time in Hawaii and is registered to vote in the state of Hawaii.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so he's working from a distance, and she can say, you know, you should be encouraging people to go. But we have to look at look at yourself and ourselves. And Mayor London Breed, you know that in San Francisco, city workers, unless they're police, fire, and essentially have to be on the streets, they only have to work 3 days a week. And that was tough to get them to agree to that. So if you're saying others should be in here 5, you might want to start in your own house.
Okay. All right. Twitter is a different situation with Elon Musk. In particular,
everybody can beat up on Elon Musk, okay? That's just a wide open one, all
well,
right?
you know, the Chronicle reporting, he received, what, $3 billion to help
Elon
fund.
Musk goes where the best deal is, all right? He's sort of the Donald Trump of tech, okay? And he may be buying Twitter, and Twitter is headquartered in San Francisco, and he's already talking about whether we really need that space, or maybe it could be effectively used as a homeless shelter. Okay, so that's Elon Musk. Anytime you bring him to the party, something could go awry. But for the rest of tech, part of it's San Francisco's blame. I mean, Larry, we bet heavy on Salesforce, yes. We bet heavy on Twitter, Airbnb, but we also bet on Angry Birds and a whole bunch of things that you sit back and scratch your head and said, we were really betting that that was going to be not a wave, but an actual river that kept flowing? Welcome to the post-COVID, pre-recession world of San Francisco.
As you said, new normal. One thing, real quick, because we're out of time, but safety concerns, how much is that an issue?
It is. There's economics, and then there's just personal safety. And people don't feel safe coming into San Francisco or being in San Francisco. That's it. And that's one of the reasons why people are leaving. And you can look at the polls, and you can look at the trend, and you can look at the bridges. You know, they're up to 90%, but they're not coming into San Francisco. They're driving on past San Francisco and down onto the peninsula where the work is, in South San Francisco.
Well, you can see them right back there. Phil, thanks for the insight. We could talk for probably hours on this topic alone, but appreciate your insight, and we'll do it again soon.
All right.
All right, thanks.